What's your greatest regret? My greatest regret is that I spent 12 years trying to become someone my father would finally be proud of. The funny part? He never actually asked me to become that person. I just misunderstood him for most of my life. Growing up, my dad was obsessed with one thing: success. But to him, success had a very specific look: a business suit, a corner office, a fancy car, and preferably a job title that made people at family reunions say, wow. So from the time I was 7, Dad decided I was going to become a lawyer. Not a question, not a suggestion. Apparently, I had the face for arguing. Every Christmas, while other kids got dolls and video games, I got things like books about famous court cases. For my 10th birthday, Dad gave me a leather briefcase. A leather briefcase. I was 10. I carried crayons in it. When I was 12, he started making me watch courtroom documentaries with him every Friday night. Other kids were watching cartoons. I was learning how to object. At family dinners, Dad would randomly start arguments just so I could practice debating. Why should we get dessert? Why do you deserve a later bedtime? Convince me your brother is responsible enough to own a hamster. My brother hated that one. By high school, I was exhausted. Because the truth was, I didn't want to be a lawyer. I wanted to design clothes. I loved fashion. I filled notebooks with sketches. I could spend hours sewing old shirts into completely different outfits. But every time Dad found one of my designs, he'd say the same thing: that can be a hobby. So I stopped showing him, and I started preparing for law school. For 3 years, I did everything he wanted: debate club, mock trial, student government.